Live from the north side of Chicago, Wrigley Field. Saturday afternoon action on the show. It's the Washington Nationals and the Chicago Cubs. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. Well, Singy's trying to match the stellar performance by yesterday's starter. Looking forward to seeing what he's got today.
His teammate was lights out, Boog, in total command all game long. If he brings that same intensity again, these hitters are in for a long day.
First pitch coming your way next. And now here's the starter for the Cubs, Cade Horton. What do we have on him?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Dalen Lyle leading things off and takes a strike.
Sweeper, middle outside. Sweeper, middle outside.
0-1. And that is out of play.
Overhand curve, low outside.
Pitch is in the dirt. Ball 1.
Here's a player known for playing better in day games, which is not always the case. I mean, day games are different, Boog. Things change from game times to your daily routine, but he sure makes the transition look easy.
Outside low, and a count now even up. Horton making his first start of the year. A former first-round pick in 2022. Got him, and there's one down.
The left fielder, number 29.
Take a look at the lineup. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored, and you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like it could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
James Wood in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Just underway here from Wrigley.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Four-seam fastball, low outside.
The 1-1. And it's fouled away.
Circle change, low outside.
The 1-2. Swing and a ball lifted left field. That's out number 2. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit.
High outside.
Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Four-seam fastball, low outside.
2 down, nobody on. Fastball for a strike.
Four-seam fastball, high inside.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
Low outside.
0-2 now. The shortstop takes the ball.
Circle change, low outside.
That misses, and it's 2-2.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
In the air, left field. Pat gets under it. And that is that. End of a half inning of play. No score. here at Wrigley Field. And on the mound for Washington in this one, Brad Lord. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Liner snagged at first.
Batting second, the first baseman.
Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. As per usual, one of the best players in the sport, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Boog, what a great talent. I mean, the kind of player who can dominate a game at times, be a perennial all-star. He's going to take home some hardware as well. I mean, he's one of the best in the game today and always fun to watch.
Michael Busch, batting with one down, takes a strike.
No, that's a ball.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Misses inside, and a full count now.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Payoff pitch. And that's ball 4.
That's the ball. Take your base.
Batting third baseman, number 3, Alex.
Runner on at first with one gone. Now it's Alex Bregman.
Ball 1.
The 1-0.
High.
And there's a strike. Man at first, one away. Struck him out swinging. Trying to wiggle out of a rundown now. They put the tag on him, and that's a double play to end the inning. Scoreless after 1. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. And now up for Washington, Luis Garcia. Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. And a man aboard.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged over to start the season and get into a slump.
Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistency here or there, but usually he's back there doing a solid job.
Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
Garcia leads off first with one away. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
Hey, what's up, man?
Quick throw back in.
Yeah, just getting a little baseball in.
Second with 1 gone.
Got up almost a legendary pitching already. It's only our 2nd game.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone.
Ball.
They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
On the ground to third. The throw to second is offline. To first.
Still got to get used to the defense, so it's a little different.
So bases all loaded up. Robert Hassel III digging in for the Nationals. Ball 1 there.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
And on further review, it was a strike. They'll keep both their challenges. Next offer in there for a strike. That is strike 2. And that one is inside. The Nationals looking to strike first here at the top of the 2nd. Base hit. 1 run is in. He boots it. There comes the runner. The run scores from second.
Well, dang, man, we scored.
Well, he had the opportunity.
I figured it'd get a little tougher once I got up in the levels, though.
That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Andres Chaparro in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Ball.
Circle change. Low outside.
Second and third, 1 away. Here in the 2nd game of the series. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
I like that pitch. That's a sweeper.
So the Nats lineup turns over. And now the DH, Dalen Lyle. That clips the zone. Strike 1.
Overhand curve.
This one in the dirt, and well done to keep it close. 2 on, 2 outs.
Low outside.
And he grounds one to the right side. Horner over to first. They limit the damage here. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Ball.
And a slider in there for a strike.
No.
This one in the air, center field. Hassel under it. And there's one away. Seiya Suzuki digs in now. Swings through that one for strike 1. And a strike. Battling here as he fouls it away. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carrying, and it finds the basket.
Oh, let's go, Suzuki.
Take a trot around the bases. His first homer of the year, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1.
The wind didn't hurt the chances of that ball getting out of here, that's for sure. With this pitcher's velocity, a changeup is really a break for a hitter. He got a BP fastball, didn't move a whole lot, and he absolutely tattooed it.
Nico Horner will come up to hit. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2. Now one missed. Swing and a miss. Struck him out of the slider, and there's 2 gone. And now the batter is Carson Kelly. Gets him to chase after that one. And strike 2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. 2 down, nobody on. Struck him out looking. Cubbies edge closer on this long ball. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at the friendly confines. Well, Singy, he came in fresh off an outstanding outing, but today hasn't been easy.
Yeah, he's been grinding it out so far, Boog, but still a ways to go in this one.
Wood, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1.
Low middle.
Oh, great stop. Throw to first.
Nice play.
That's a great play.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
Here's C.J. Abrams now. Fly to left his first time. This one drilled.
Oh my gosh, he got that one.
For the fence and gone. He sends it out of here. His first homer of the year, and they add on. It's 3-1.
They put a good swing on it, but the box score might want to credit the wind for that home run. He got his front foot down. He was strong on his backside, and when his bat went through the zone, there's no question that ball was going to travel out of the ballpark. But that's, if you were putting a tape together, positive to watch, that's it right there. Just a perfect swing.
Garcia, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
High outside.
Foul ball there.
Circle change. Low outside.
The 0-2. And ball 1.
Sweeper.
1 out, bases empty, and a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Backed off the plate that time.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Overhand curve. Low inside.
Here's the 2-2. On the inside corner for called strike 3. Garcia wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. Still 2 challenges left for them.
Low outside.
Line drive, base hit, fair ball down the third baseline. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Next to hit for the Nats, Dylan Cruz. Fly to left his first time.
Low middle. 4-seam fastball. Low outside.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
And he can't come up with it. Still slings it to second, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. And now it's Keibert Ruiz. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter.
There goes the runner. Next offering is fouled back. Cruz off of first with 2 away. And a good eye there.
Good location, good take. Sometimes you want the hitter to prove he can lay off that pitch.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Circle change. Low outside.
Got him swinging for the K. That K is his 3rd of the game. But the Cubs do get one back on the solo blast. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. So up now for Chicago, Dansby Swanson. And there's a foul ball. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
And now it's Miguel Amaya.
No.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. That's a little bit low. That one catches the zone, and now 2-2.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Comes a 2-2. Just missed.
So here we go. Base runner at first. Could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
So a walk puts runners at first and second.
The left fielder, number 8,
Ian Happ up to hit. He's 0 for 1.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. To second, Abrams. Throw to first, but he beat
in
it.
there. He's safe.
Up next for the Cubs, the first baseman,
Michael Bush, the next Cub to hit. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
No.
Just missed.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Next pitch off the plate. Ball 2.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
2 on, 1 out. On the ground, could be 2. Quickly to second for 1. And that's 2.
Out of there.
Got the batter to hit it exactly where he wanted. That textbook 6-4-3 double play gets out of the jam.
Here at Wrigley Field, out of the 4th, Brady House digging in for the Nationals.
Well, these Nats doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Brings it in. 1 down. Up now for Washington, Robert Hassel III. First offering, and it just misses.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Out towards left center. Swanson makes the call and the grab. Stepping in, Andres Chaparro. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Chaparro, 26 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. In the air, right field, Suzuki on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Nationals go quiet. Ready to go, bottom four. So up now for Chicago, Alex Bregman. That one misses, and it's 1-0.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
That's foul!
On the ground to third, and a foul ball. The 1-1.
You know, these Cubs doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
House tosses to first. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. Fly to center his first time. There's a swing and a miss.
Ball.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Chaparro takes it to the bag. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. And up next for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Score holds. It's 3-1. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Circle change. Middle outside.
Lyle
Ball.
up for the 3rd time here. Watches that
Four-seam
one
fastball.
miss.
High inside.
And a foul ball.
Sweeper. Middle outside.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side.
Sweeper. Low inside.
And
Ball
there's a
2.
ball.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Stays alive.
Circle change. Low outside.
Here's a 2-2.
Ball
Just
3.
misses with that one.
Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You've got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
Up next,
1 down. James Wood digging in for the Nationals.
Wood.
Hard hit left side. Swanson fires over to first. And there's 2 away.
Batter, number 5.
C.J.
Four-seam
Abrams
fastball.
digging in for the
Low
Nationals.
inside.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Nothing doing for Washington, but they still lead it 3-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. So up now for Chicago, Nico Horner. Out towards right center field. Cruz should have this one. And there's 1 down.
He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Swing and a ground ball. House tosses to first. Home half of the fifth inning, moving along, 2 quick outs. And here comes Dansby Swanson. Fought off foul. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Ground ball, left side, and foul ball. Here's the 0-2. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound. Here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game. Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals.
High outside.
Fastball for a strike.
Overhand curve. Low inside.
What do you got?
Gets a check swing. Appeal to third. And yes, he did. That's a swing, according to Earl Hendricks. That one the other way, and it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second. Pulls in with a double. Third hit for him today.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on
outside.
Point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Cruz up to bat next. Lays off for a ball.
No,
and
that's a ball.
The inside edge. 2 balls, no strikes. In the air to left center. He's got it. 1 away. So up next, Keibert Ruiz, 1 for 2. That one's in there, and it's 0-1.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Fastball catches the corner at the knees. Ruiz wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball, and that one just barely missed. The call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges.
Low outside.
Man at second. And that one fouled off.
Overhand curve. Low outside.
That's a strikeout. Woody Keller says he won a round. Brady House now at the plate.
Be right.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Man on second, 2 down. Into center. Reaching for it and brings it in. Nationals lead 1, and the score stays 3-1. Back here at Wrigley Field, now it'll be the Cubs DH, Miguel Amaya.
You know, these Cubs, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Shoots a line drive single into right center. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
High fastball, even a little above the zone, but such a good job of staying tall on the backside. Get that barrel there to meet it just in time. I'll tell you what, it's not easy to do.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Ian Happ getting ready to hit. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Flashes the leather on the running catch. One away.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Bush stands in here, leaves that one off the inside.
Good fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable, and that location will definitely do it.
That one outside. 3 balls, no strikes. There's a strike.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the...
Now on the mound for the Nationals, Cole Henry. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season. And in this critical spot, up steps Alex Bregman. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
The Cubs with the go-ahead run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Now it gets away from Ruiz. Count moves to 2-2 as the runners hold. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Runner edges away at second. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
So far, just one of those days for this lineup. You get a couple of runners on, and you're looking at having a big inning. And that strikeout right there just pours water on the fire. You look for the next hitter to step up and try to do something, pick up his team.
Line shot into the gap should score at least 1. Runner around third on his way to the plate. 1 runs in. The relay, safe. He beats it.
All right, let's go.
Well, we're starting over. 2 RBIs with that swing, and this one is tied. Everything is mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Seiya Suzuki, the next to hit. Swing, and he popped it up. That is the inning. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. We're tied now with 3 apiece. Back here at the friendly confines. Top of inning number 7.
Well, they just scored some runs in that last frame, and now they have to make sure they don't cough them up on defense right away. No better time than right now to have a 1-2-3 inning.
Here comes a new arm for the Cubs, Jacob Webb, ready to make his season debut. Hessel,
That's
the
the ball.
leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge.
Sweeper. Middle inside.
That one fouled off.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
The 0-2. This one in the air, center field. And there's one down. So digging in, Andres Chaparro.
Here.
Four-seam fastball. High middle. Circle
All
change.
tied up here in the top half of inning number 7. Man, that got him square in the mask.
Sweeper. Low outside.
And the 0-2. That was the sweeper, but it missed.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Next
Ball.
pitch misses. 2-2.
Four-seam fastball. High inside. Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
2-2 on the way. Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance and gone into the home run basket. And the Nats have the lead. It's 4-3.
Low inside.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just
Oi.
happened. That's not an easy one to stomach.
Lyles, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Ball.
Sweeper. Middle inside.
Well struck right field. That's back there. Banks off the wall. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he's got himself a triple.
Up next to Washington.
Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
One down, runner at third. James Wood digs in now. 0 for 3 in this one. Steps off, looks to third. Nothing happening.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Close, but call the ball. Ball 1.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by. When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
Lyle stands at third with one gone in the inning. That one just misses, and the count's full.
That's a really good take.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. In comes the runner from third. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Got the job done to put him up by 2. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Here comes Craig Counsell, and we're going to see a pitching change. Jacob Webb.
For the Cubs,
Circle change.
number 41, Kobe.
Now a chance for C.J. Abrams.
Ball 1.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Tap foul at the plate.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of changeups. Probably won't see another one here.
Abrams thought that one missed, and here comes the challenge. So the call will stand. So they'll lose their first challenge.
Sweeper. Low middle.
The 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Sweeper. Low inside.
Pitch misses, and the count's even at 2.
Sinker. Low middle.
That
Ball.
one missed.
Sweeper. Low outside.
Out to short. Swanson. They get the force. Quick recovery from the misplay pays off for the out. And now it's Luis Garcia. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double.
Garcia.
On the ground. Now the throw to first on the run. A couple of runs in the inning puts them ahead. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. P.J. Poole.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
That one fouled off. A little out front there as he swings through it. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And now one away. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you get the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. The Cubbies trailing by 2 here at the bottom of the 7th. This to third. House. Tosses to first. Got him. And now it's Dansby Swanson.
Shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
On the ground to the left. And that's just foul. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. Set down on strikes. Called strike 3 on a fastball up in the zone. Cubs are down quietly. We go to the 8th, and now for Washington, Dylan Cruz. Pitch misses. Ball 1.
Sweeper. Middle outside.
And the sweeper catches the plate.
Sinker. Low middle.
Tap back to the mound. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
It was a healthy cut, but the same can't be said for the contact. He got just enough of the ball to put it in play, and that's all he needed. Tough play for the defense on what was kind of a swinging bunt.
Here's the catcher to hit. Keibert Ruiz. Glove flip for 1. A sensational double play. Bases empty after the double play. Brady House digging in for the Nationals.
Sinker.
2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. On the ground, right side. Sends it to first, and that is that. Nationals go quietly, and it remains 5-3. On to the bottom of the 8th. So up now for Chicago, Miguel Amaya. Activity in the Washington bullpen. Clayton Beeter, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Varland getting cranked up as well. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And there's one down. So back to the top of the order. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Ian Happ. There's a swing and a drive. Going, gone! Ian Happ pops one out of here. His first homer of the year, and just like that, they're within a run. These fans are really excited right now.
Breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
And the batter now, Michael Busch.
Yeah.
The Nats trying to hold a one-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Out towards right center. That's well struck. This one's got a chance. And it one-hops the wall. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
So a change being made out at second, and on the run for the Cubs, Kevin Alcantara. They want his wheels out there after the one-out double. And fouled off. The 0-1. He boots it. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard.
No, that at-bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. So now it just comes down to situational hitting to get the tying run home. They've got a really great opportunity to do that.
Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Gets the outside corner with that one. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Fastball is outside.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Where'd that last pitch miss?
Home plate umpires try to tighten things up a little bit.
Two on, 1 out. And that's a strikeout looking. Huge strikeout there. Batter challenges in a very big spot. And it was a strike. The call will stand. So they're now out of challenges. We'll see if that comes back. So they turn to their closer, Clayton Beeter. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Suzuki in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Two on, 2 outs. Just missed. He gets there on a slide. Over to first. And that's a nice play to end the inning. Cubs get 1 on the solo shot. It's now a 5-4 ball game. You're watching Cubs baseball on the show Chicago. So coming into the game now on defense, number 17. He takes over as the new first baseman. Hassel leading things off and takes a strike.
Ball.
Sweeper. Low middle.
That's
Ball
too
two.
low. Ball 2.
Sweeper.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And the 3-1. Foul ball there.
Sweeper. Low outside.
3-2. That one
Ball
misses.
4. Take
So
your
a
base.
leadoff walk.
Up next for the Nationals.
And here's the first baseman, Andres Chaparro. He's already homered here in this one. Here comes Craig Counsell.
Sweeper.
Number 77, Shelby.
We call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
One-run game here in the top of the 9th. And that's off
Outside.
the outside
Ball 2.
edge. That's ball 2.
Middle inside.
Got him looking. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Back to the top of the order, Dalen Lyle digging in for the Nationals. Swinging a foul straight back.
Sweeper.
Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the 9th. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. To the right side, into the outfield, base hit. They get it in quickly, so first and second now, 1 out.
Splitter.
James Wood will hit next. Sliced hard but foul.
Splitter. Below middle.
Swing
Foul
and a
ball.
ground ball, and it goes just foul.
Below inside.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Struck him out at a splitter.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th
Ball
strikeout of the
inside.
series, and we're just 2 games in. So
Inside.
hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a
Hey,
little
Rod.
tough to watch right now.
He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And the strike call will stand. So they're now out of challenges.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
2 on, 2 outs. And that is out of play.
Sweeper. Middle inside. Sweeper. Middle inside.
On the ground, right side. The throw to first. That ends the inning as they squander a chance to pick up some insurance. Bottom of the 9th. So up now for Chicago, Nico Horner. First offering misses badly for ball 1. And another
Too
ball.
low.
That one misses. Ball 3.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
This ball's chopped to the ground. Garcia. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th. Here's the catcher, Carson Kelly. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 1. And ball 1.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Cubbies with only 1 out left.
The batter, number 7.
Dansby Swanson stands in. 1 for 3. Beater going for save number 1 in this spot.
No.
Check swing went around, and it's 1-1. There's the strike. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 2 down, nobody on. Outside low. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. And that one's gone into the bleachers.
Way to tie it up, Dansby.
And we are tied.
That's a game changer right there. A big-time swing, and we're all tied up. They thought he could blow a high fastball by him, but he was ready for it. Look at how quickly he jumped on that pitch.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Miguel Amaya, the next Cub to hit. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Trying to send this to extra innings.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
The Nationals have some action going in the pen. Gus Varland getting loose out there. Granillo also getting ready. Sharp grounder. That's the
Right, we might have something going on here.
And now the winning run is on base.
Well, here we go. Winning run is on base with 2 away. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Here comes the manager. Gus Varland into the game. Back to the top of the order now. And up next for Chicago, Ian Happ. He's already homered in this game. Swings through that one. 0-1. Ground ball right side. The flip, and very nicely done for the out. But this clutch home run gets us even again. All even at 5 apiece. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton on to extra innings. Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Man at second.
Four-seam fastball.
That's outside. 1-2 to count.
Middle inside.
Ground ball right side. He takes it on his own. That was a productive play as the go-ahead run moves up to third. Now we've got a substitution at third base. Nationals turn to a pinch runner. Nasim Nunez getting some more speed on the bases.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
Swing and a miss. 0-2 down.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it. But he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
The 0-2. Good eye in that spot.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going.
Sweeper. Low outside.
And a 1-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
Sweeper. Low outside.
Bounce to the right side, and it stays fair. In comes the run from third. It's an RBI single, and they lead it in the 10th. One out man at first. Next to hit for the Nats, Keibert Ruiz. Here comes Craig Counsell. Daniel Palencia gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
No, that's the ball.
Sinker. Low inside.
Stops it on a slide. The feed for one. Double play.
You're out.
What a quick killing to end the inning. Last chance to even things up. We head to the bottom of inning number 10. It's the Nationals 6 and the Cubs 5. This is Cubs baseball on the show Chicago. On to the bottom of the 10th. So up now for Chicago, number 17. Man at second, nobody out. Chris, certainly one of the things in his head is trying to get the runner over.
Yeah, the way that we see the game played today, though, guys are not sacrificing as much just to get that runner across. They're really looking at doing damage. Slugging is the name of the game.
So the tying run at second. Yeah, I think part of that goes into it's just so hard to come up with hits. In today's game, starters don't go deep, and so hitters are seeing multiple pitchers every night, and that makes it more challenging just to come up with a single. That's too low. Ball 3. Runner edges away at second.
As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Bregman in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Just missed. Ground ball left side. And it's just foul. That was close.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
1-2 here. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining. Pete Crow Armstrong getting ready to hit. Trying to deliver as the hero. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. The Cubs down to their final strike. Breaking ball, and that got him. High leverage spot, and here is Seiya Suzuki. Down to their final out, but an opportunity to deliver the tying and maybe even a winning run. Strike 1. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a chopper. And this game is over. 6.